Hello, and welcome to video 4 of the Mindful Recruit Academy by Foundation Fortified. My name is Josh Grandetti, and I'm the founder. In today's video, we're going to talk about two concepts to hold lightly and to try to understand a little bit differently as we begin our mindfulness practice. Okay? If you've missed any of our 3 previous videos, the MRA, please go ahead and check those out. In those videos, you're going to see some beginning principles, some ways to approach your practice, and some hurdles to try to hopefully avoid as we are doing our mindful sitting. All right, the two concepts I want to talk about today are trust and gratitude. Beginning with trust, although we all have an understanding of what trust is, having a developed foundation for it in our mindfulness practice is a good place to start. It's important to have trust in yourself to begin with. Okay, understand what you're doing in your mindfulness practice. You're attempting to cultivate a better person, a better, calmer frame of mind. Okay, and this is going to have impacts for yourself in your life, your loved ones, and your crews and departments. All right, mindfulness practice is a gift to ourselves and those around us to try to be somebody that's more enjoyable to be around, and also someone that's more resilient toward trauma and stress. All right, consider trust in our lives in the big picture, right? There are so many areas of our lives we have to maintain trust. We have to trust the water sanitation department in our communities, our local governments to hire first responders like ourselves. We have to trust the fact that our crews are going to take care of the stations. And we have to trust that our bodies are going to also take care of themselves. I mean, consider the fact that we all feel like we diligently care for our bodies, right? We groom our bodies, we clean them, we maintain them through physical exercise, and we even do our best to help build them through dietary choices. Okay. However, right now, as you're watching this video, there are millions of processes going on under the hood, like cell division, gas exchange, and even things like detoxification of our blood supply. Okay, all of these things are happening to you as you're watching this video. And if any of these processes were to halt, you would then be the victim of that circumstance. Okay? We have to trust so many things around us. And we spend our lives picking objects up, moving them around our environments, putting them down again, and structuring our lives in a way that makes them easy and safe for us to trespass. Okay? But I'm going to ask you to once again consider a tree. All right? Many trees live far beyond the life expectancies that you and I do. They're much larger and span a much bigger part of the environment than we ourselves do. But yet they don't move from the moment they seed, right? Trees inherently have a deep trust in the environments that they find themselves in, that they're going to be provided the resources they need, and that creatures like ourselves aren't going to come around and destroy them. Okay, it's odd to consider how much movement you and I do in our lives, thinking that we're organizing the world around us in a way that can make it so that we can exist within it. And yet, so many things are happening around us that are beyond your and I control. I mean, the average call that you and I run is proof of this sad state of affairs. Okay, we run many cars or calls on families that are just trying to get by with their day when they have an accident and we respond. Okay, this is bad luck, right? And these individuals were just trying to go about their days like you and I do, and they had a bad circumstance. Now, trusting the ability to get from point A to point B in our lives is something that you and I do all the time. And yet we fail to see how lucky we are that we're able to get to living our lives without disruptions of this kind on a constant basis. Okay? So understanding trust at a deeper level can be very good for us as we begin our mindfulness practice. And that leads me to gratitude. All right? Along with moving objects around our environment constantly as human beings, We also spend a lot of our time wanting different circumstances than the ones we have. Okay, for instance, we might want the room to be a different temperature, as I've said before. Okay, or we might want to become that paramedic, or to achieve that promotion at work, or even to get a bit of flavor on our tongue, however briefly. All right. Now, all this wanting is very exhausting for us in our lives. We're constantly trying to seek better experiences, right? But in mindfulness practice, we can really just put all of that down. And for the time we're sitting, be grateful for the things that we do have, like our breath in this moment, and the people around us in our loving kindness meditations, and our communities that allow us to serve them. All right, gratitude is a great place for a first responder to begin to understand their mindfulness practice and what it is that they want to get out of it. All right, cultivating a sense of gratitude can help us have more compassion for the people that we serve, the people in our communities, and indeed for ourselves. All right, and also help us lead to more resilient states of our lives. All right, be more resilient toward the traumas that we experience as first responders, and be more resilient toward the immature frustrations that we find ourselves having each and every day. All right, I hope you've enjoyed the Foundation Fortified Mindful Recruit Academy. My name is Josh Granetti, the founder of Foundation Fortified, a mindfulness platform for first responders.